You know that feeling when you're staring at a wall of wine bottles and have no idea which one is actually worth the money? Today we're ranking 10 of the best budget wines under $50, from simple weeknight sippers to bottles that feel way more expensive than they are. We'll talk about how they taste, when to use them, and why they earn their spot on the list. Let's jump straight into the ranking. Number 10, Italian Pinot Grigio Light Crisp Easy. This is the classic, I just want something cold and simple white wine. You've seen it on by the glass menus a million times. It usually tastes light and fresh with lemon, green apple, and maybe a little pear. It almost never has heavy oak or strong flavors. It doesn't try to be deep. It just wants to be clean and refreshing. This is the bottle you open on a weeknight with lighter food or when you don't want to think too hard. It's also great for people who say they don't like strong wine and just want something easy. It's at number 10 because it's safe, easy to find, and hard to mess up, but not very exciting. Number 9, New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, loud, bright, and refreshing. If you have ever had a glass of white wine that smelled like lime, tropical fruit, and fresh cut grass all at once, it was probably a New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. This wine is sharp and zesty. It often tastes like citrus, green apple, and passion fruit with a fresh green note. The acid is high, which is a simple way of saying it feels very refreshing and makes your mouth water. It is great for hot days, patios, seafood, and salads, and it works well for people who want white wine with more personality than mild Pinot Grigio. It ranks higher because it gives big flavor for a fair price, and under $20 or $25 you can find bottles that feel bright and exciting. Number 8, Dry Rose, pink, simple, classy. This is summer in a glass, light pink, dry instead of sweet, and very chill. It usually tastes like strawberry, watermelon, and citrus. It works almost anywhere, at brunch, pool parties, cookouts, or for early evening drinks, and it pairs with a wide range of food without stealing the show. Rose in this style looks good on the table, tastes clean, and often feels fancier than its price, which is why it earns number 8. Number 7, Spanish Cava, bubbles on a budget. It is the classic sparkling wine from Spain. Cava is made in a similar way to champagne, with bubbles forming inside the bottle, but it usually costs much less. You often get crisp flavors like green apple and lemon, with tight bubbles and a dry, clean finish. It is perfect for toasts, brunch, mimosas, and celebrations when you want bubbles but not champagne prices. You can often find very solid bottles under $20, which makes Cava one of the best cheap but still special bottles you can bring to a party. Number 6, Argentine Malbec, big flavor, small price. This is one of the best deals in red wine. It often tastes of dark fruit such as plum and blackberry with hints of cocoa and soft spice. The dry grip, known as tannin, is usually smooth and friendly, not harsh. Malbec works well with burgers, steak, pizza, and grilled meats. It ranks this high because you can often get a very good bottle for between $15 and $25, and it feels rich and full without needing a big budget. Number 5, Chianti Classico, Italian red, for pasta and pizza nights. Number 5 is Chianti Classico from Tuscany in Italy, mostly made from the Sangiovese grape. Chianti Classico tastes like red and sour cherry, dried herbs, and sometimes tomato and a bit of earth. It usually has good acidity, which makes it feel bright with food. This wine shines with pasta and red sauce, pizza, and many simple Italian dishes. It is not a super heavy red, more of a dinner wine that wakes up when you drink it with a meal. It lands in the middle of the list because it is a classic old world red that still stays pretty affordable for the quality. Number 4, Rioja Crianza or Reserva, Spanish oak aged classic. These wines are often made from the Tempranillo grape and spend time in oak barrels. They can taste like red fruit, vanilla, and baking spice, with smooth tannins and a longer finish. Rioja is great with roast meats, lamb, tapas, and cheese boards. It's the kind of wine you put on the table when you want something that feels a bit special, but not crazy expensive. Good Crianza and many Reserva wines sit under $30 or $40 and give you the kind of layered flavor you might expect from a more expensive bottle, which is why Rioja earns this spot. Number 3 is California and Washington Red Blends and Cabernet Sauvignon. This is New World power. This is a style, not a single wine. We are talking about red blends and Cabernet Sauvignon from California or Washington that cost under $50. These wines are bold and rich. They often taste like blackcurrant, blackberry, and dark cherry, with chocolate, vanilla, and clear oak notes. The body is full, and they feel big and cozy in the mouth. They are great with steak, burgers, barbecue, and rich food. They also work as couch reds when you want one strong glass at the end of the day. They rank in the top 3 because they give many people exactly what they imagine when they think of nice red wine, plush and a little fancy without going into luxury prices. At number 2, we're back to bubbles. Now we're talking about better traditional method sparkling wines that still stay under $50, like Cremant from France and higher level Cava or similar wines. These wines often taste like green apple, lemon, and pear, with notes of toast or bread and fine, steady bubbles. They feel more creamy and layered than basic cheap bubbly with a longer finish. They're perfect for holidays, birthdays, date nights, and gifts. They look and feel fancy, especially in good glasses, and most people drinking them will assume the bottle cost more than it did. This style earns number 2 because it proves you do not need champagne prices for a classy sparkling wine experience. Number 1, a top value serious red under $50, the How Is This So Cheap bottle. At number 1, we are talking about a type of wine, not just one label. This spot belongs to that serious red you can find for under $50 that tastes like it should cost twice as much. It could be a really good Rioja Reserva or Gran Reserva, a solid Bordeaux from a lesser-known area, a Douro Red from Portugal, a Ribera del Duero, or a wine from a smaller producer in Napa or Washington that still sits under the price line. What matters is how it feels in the glass. Deep color, layers of red and dark fruit, spice, maybe a bit of earth, a mix of oak, and a dry, long finish that makes each sip feel a little different. These are the wines you open for birthdays, holidays, special dinners, or to impress someone without flashing a crazy label. They show that smart wine buying is not about picking the highest price, but about choosing the right region and style. This kind of wine takes the number 1 spot because it proves the whole point of the video. You do not need to spend $100 or $200 to drink something that feels rich and thoughtful. With a bit of knowledge, you can find a bottle under $50 that makes everyone at the table say, "Wait, how much was this?"